So hi beautiful people again. How you guys doing today? So today I'm coming to you with a story time slash dream. All right, this story time is about my little sister. So my little sister passed away back in 2017. She passed away, and the way that she passed away is she was living with her dad, and it was around July 4th. Well, what we was told what happened was her dad was living in one of those room thing, and it was the owner of the house. I guess she wasn't really making any money or anything like that, so she ended up setting the house on fire just to get the insurance money. And at that time, when she set the house on fire, no one didn't knew about it. She just did it randomly. And my little sister, she had just came back from the dentist, and she had take like one of those pills, those painkiller that end up knocking her out sleeping. So when they set the house on fire, she was sleeping at the time, and she ended up getting burned in the fire. So anyway, when that was like my favorite little sister, and then to remind you, right before she passed away, like a week or two before she passed away, she had asked me if she could come and stay with me because her and her dad was having some little disagreement. Like she called me like in the middle of the night crying, and she was telling me what was going on with her, and she asked me like, can I come and live with you? At first I told her no, because at the time I was going through a lot in my living situation, and I didn't want her to get caught up by coming. So I told her no the first time. As I thought about it, I did call her back, and I was like, you know what? I don't even care. You my little sister. Just come. If you're not happy, I'd rather you just come and stay with me just to make sure everything is okay with you. When I told her to come, she told me no because she talked to her dad, and they decided to work out their problem, and her dad told her not to come to my house and stay with me. So I said, okay. So, she living with me at first before she went to her dad's house and stay. Because when my mom ended up getting deported, like I have two younger siblings and they have to get split up. They ain't really have nowhere to stay. So she was living with me at the time, and she wasn't following the rules. So I just sent her back to her dad. And, that's how she ended up staying there. But anywho, let's get to the story. When she passed away, that was my favorite sister. One of my favorite, 'cause the other one is the one that's a lawyer. But she was the baby. I was more like nurturing towards her. Like I was more like overprotective towards her, you know? And when she passed away, it was a lot for me to deal with, to be honest. And I would cry myself to sleep every night. I would cry myself to sleep when she passed away. And it was like, I think it was like a month later, like every night from that night, because she passed away in July. I didn't get over it until probably like the next year, 2018, late 2018. But it was like the next month, um, crying myself to sleep, crying myself to sleep. So one day I cried myself to sleep, and I ended up having this crazy dream. And the dream that I have, I try to remember every bit of it so I don't miss nothing out. All right. The dream that I have was, all right, it was like I was in a spirit world, and it was somebody, I never see the person face. They was like, come. They was leading the way for me to meet up with my sister. And at that time, I lived close to Fordham Road. So it was like a spiritual Fordham Road. As we was walking, the person leading the way, and she was in one of those sneaker stores, and I seen her, and I'm like, that's my sister. So I seen her, I run to her, I gave her a hug, and I was like, sister, I miss you so much. I miss you so much. You must come with me. Come with me. Come with me, sister. And she was like, no, I don't want to come with you. I love it here. So I'm like, really? What you mean you love it here? And she loved Chris Brown. So she was like, I could see everything here, like everything here I could see. I could see Chris Brown. I could see everything. And you know what they say about the celebrity? They worship, they are Illuminati and they worshiping the devil and all that. It's true. It's true. I could see them. I could see them. That's what she was telling me. So, as we go further on in the dream, she kept on telling me about, all the things that she seen. She was like, I love being here. I'm happy here. And I was like, come with me, sister. Come with me. So it was like, in the dream world, you think that you there for like a minute or two and you there for like 20 minutes or even an hour. It's different from the time in the dream world compared to a natural world. So anywho, she kept talking, and when it was time for me to leave, like the person who was leading the way, they was like, all right, now it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go back home now. So I'm like, all right, come on, sis. It's time for us to come back home. I kept on trying to get her to come back home with me. And she was like, I can't come back with you. And I'm like, why you can't come back with me? So, and then she was with two other person. And she was like, wherever I die, that's where I have to stay. I can't go anywhere but that place. And the two other person that was in the dream, it was also two other person who died in the fire also that was with her. And somehow it take me back to the house where she passed away from. And the person who was leading the way, I couldn't see the person's face for some reason. They was like, she's right. She cannot leave. Wherever she passed away, that's where she got to stay. And they was like, you have to hurry up and come. And I was still trying to get her to come with me. I kept crying and crying and crying. And I'm like, sis, no, don't leave me. Come with me. Come with me, please. She's like, no, I can't come with you. I can't come with you. So when I woke up, I was kind of sad because I'm like, that's my sister. But it did stop me from crying a little bit because I knew like wherever she was okay. And she made sure she told me like she's okay and she love it here. And my conclusion about that, maybe that was God showing me that dream just to let me know, like, stop crying for her. She's in a better place. She's okay. Like, let her go. It's okay. She's fine. So, that dream, it did make me feel a little better and the crying stopped. But every now and then when I think about her, I would start crying. I would get a little sad because that was my baby. Like, I wasn't even going to come on camera and do this video because I was afraid of crying. I'm trying to hold back the tears now. But yeah, I was afraid of crying, like telling this story. But that dream did help me out a whole lot. It really did. But, you know, that is not easy. It's not easy losing a sibling, especially somebody who you raised with, especially somebody you was like a big sister to, and you always got to look out for them. And when they gone, it's like, it just gets so sad. I would try not to cry anymore. And as I'm telling you guys this story, I'm like holding back a whole bunch of tears, because I miss my little sister. And she was like my twin. We look exactly alike. Whenever people see me and her, they be like, wow, you guys look so much alike. That was my twin. That was my road dog. Like, that was my little baby, you know? But thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day. And for those who going through a loss, I send my condolence, and it would get better at first. You're going to feel it a lot, but after a while, it's going to get a little better. I'm not going to say you're going to stop crying or you're going to get over it completely, but it will get a little better. All right, guys, have a wonderful day.